Hey everyone, welcome back to my channel. Today we are going to wrap up and get the results for my March biweekly budget number 2 from the 22nd to the 4th. Today is the 6th, so I kind of want to wrap up March and get into April already. So what we are going to do is we're going to go over all of our income, bills, debt, expenses, and see how much we had left over, which is so exciting. We do this by going over all of our expenses on these 2 pages and then transferring these numbers over here. So now, since we did the weekly check-in, this will be an easier video because some of these numbers haven't changed. We were just missing a couple things, such as this bank fee, which is the only thing differing in these 2 columns. This will be an easier video, so let's just get started with income. My husband did make $17.41. I do have a check-in and an actual column. Say if he made an additional bonus check of $100, that is why I have that there. So the plus or minus is compared from the budgeted to the actual. So my husband did bring in an extra $241, which is awesome. I haven't seen an EI check yet, so that is nothing. My February rollover was $100, so that doesn't change. And the baby check was still $373.63. Another example of why I have the actual is if I did see the income check and say it was $600, I could put $600 here and then be able to put it here, because I did this check-in, I think about the 27th or 28th, I can't remember exactly. And so if I got paid from the 28th to the 4th, I have to be able to track that too. But doing the weekly check-ins also helps, because if you mess up on your numbers, you only have to go back a week and not 2 weeks, because you reconciled that week already. So our actual income was just as the check-in was, so $2,214.63. So now we're going to subtract that by the $1973.63, and again, we were positive $241. Now moving on to the bills. The rent was $500 still. The cell phones were $219.97. And as you can see here, when I did the check-in, the bank fees still haven't gone through. So now let's try to find that. I think it's on the second page. Bank fees, $14.95. So now we write $14.95 here. And iTunes was $1.35. So now we're going to add that all up. 500 plus 219.97 plus 14.95 plus 135. So that is 736.27. So now we're going to subtract it by the total, $739.29. Oh, we are positive $302 because we saved $3.02. But now we're going to let's do the comparison here. So there was no difference between the actual and budgeted here. $219.97 subtract $218.60. We were over budget $137 here. Bank fees were actually, so the bank fees budgeted was $19.34. We only spent $14.95. So we were positive $439. So now we're going to subtract the 137, and that gives us $302. So now let's go on to the debt portion. Everything is still the same. I try to pay the bills as soon as the bi-weekly budget starts. So week 2, I don't really pay any bills unless it's automatically withdrawn out of my account, such as the bank fees. There was no difference between the actual and budgeted here. Same with here, 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 but we were negative $36 here because my husband was planning on getting his reimbursement back for work on his visa, but he didn't, so he had a minimum payment. So now let's add this section up. 267.33 plus 43.45 plus 175 plus 250 plus 36. And just to make sure it was the exact same amount. And now we're going to subtract it by 735.78, and that gives us the negative 36. Okay, so now we flipped over to the second page. I have my March weekly expense tracker here because we want to look at the week 4 because the week 3 numbers are already here, you can see. My son completely smudged his fingers on my page, so that is why it looks different. These are also my free PDF pages that I offer if you just email me. I do have nicer looking ones that are on sale on my Etsy shop at BudgetQueenShop, so check that out. I find that they're still simple and whatnot, so I like them too. So what we're gonna do is add the week 3 expenses to the week 4 expenses. So let's just get started and hopefully you guys understand. 193.48 for groceries here, plus 96.81. So that is 290.29. Gas was 60 here. We didn't spend any here, so it was a total of $60 spent. Eating out, we didn't spend anything for week 3, but for week 4 we spent $84.40. For baby, we spent 0 on week 3, but we spent $65 on week 4, so it's a total of $65. Other, we spent $110 the first week, or week 3, and then we spent $456 week 4. So that is a total of $566. Household, we didn't spend anything for week 4, so it's the exact same as week 3 numbers, $13.18. My husband didn't spend anything else in week 4, so it was just the $20 from week 3. I didn't spend any money on week 3 or week 4, so it's still 0. Birthdays, I didn't spend anything on week 4, but we spent $32.46. $32.46 in week 3. And the oil change, we didn't spend anything in week 4 because we spent it in week 3, and that was $75.53. So now let's do our difference. So what we're going to do is we're going to take the budgeted column and subtract it by the actual column. So $350 for groceries minus $290.29. We were under budget by $59.71. Gas was the same. We were over budget by eating out by $84.40. As you can see, I didn't have anything budgeted. I was also over with baby for $40 because I only had $25 budgeted and I spent $65. We were also over budget on other because I didn't have anything planned, and that was $566. 20 subtract 13.18. For household, we still have $682. My husband's numbers were the same. Mine were the same. I budgeted $36 for birthdays. $32.46 was spent, so we still have $354. And 0 was budgeted for oil change because I was supposed to get the oil change in my biweekly budget number 1. So we were over by $75.53. So now what we're going to do is add the totals, add the total of the actual, and see what the number is. So $290.29 plus 60 plus 84.40 plus 65 plus 566 plus 13.18 plus 20 plus 32.46 plus 75.53. So that was 646.52. So now I want to subtract 511. So we were over budget by 135.52. And I want to check that number. So what we're going to do is 59.71, subtract 84.40, subtract 40, subtract 566, plus 682, plus 354, subtract 75.53, subtract, oh, that's it, 75.53. So yeah, we were negative 135.52, and that's how you check your numbers. So now what we're going to do is we're going to get our actual amounts, put them here, and then see what we have remaining. So I'm going to fold the paper like this. I hope you guys understand and still see what I'm doing. So the actual for income was $2,214.63. So we made $241 extra. The actual for bills was $736.27. So again, we saved $3.02. Bills or debt was $771.78. We were over by 36. And our expenses were $646.52. So we were over by $135.52. So now we're going to add these totals up. So $2,214.63, subtract $736.27, subtract $771.78, subtract $646.52. And that is, I want to write it in blue because that's positive, $60.06. So our total difference was $72.50. So, what I have here is you can see that I had $175 withdrawn from my account, so that was $175.06. And then I did a little explanation here. So what I did was I paid my cash envelopes back because my friend came over and needed cash, and that's the only way we could give her cash. So she paid us back immediately, like right back into my account. You can see here. So I need to put that back. So that leaves $85. And then for savings, we did have this. That's $60.06. That's there. And then our friend paid us back because instead of using the money that we gave her for gas, she ran out of gas. So my husband had to go rescue her. So she gave him $25 for helping out. So that is that. So a total that we saved, I'm not including that cash back as savings because she just gave it to us. So I'm counting the $60.06 as savings. So that is really awesome. I am going to add this $25 into our baby savings fund. So our baby savings fund went up by $85.06, and then plus the $40. So with the $40 and the $85, we saved $125 to go into our baby savings fund. But you guys will see that in my March monthly budget results video, which is coming right after this. So stay tuned for that. Please subscribe to my channel. Follow me on Instagram at budget_queen2018 and go to my Etsy shop if you guys want to check out my new budget sheets that I am selling on there. And that is BudgetQueenShop. Anyways, thank you guys so much for watching and see you guys later. Bye.